Right, I thought while we were here, I'd show you just another way just to breast and leg them. I've never done this method before, but if you stay with me, let's hope it goes right. Okay, so instead of messing about with all the guts and everything, we're just going to breast them and take the feathers off the breast. We're going to do that. Look at how they come off, so easy. I don't know, I always find the male ducks are easier to get the feathers off in one go than the females. You might not, you might think I'm talking a load of rubbish. Let me know in the comments. I don't usually say that, it's a little bit cringy, isn't it? Right, take it all off the breast, work your way down to the leg, do all this area and all the leg, and take it to the back as well. We'll come back when that's done. Right, so rubbing it down with your latex glove, we're going to get blown away. It's going to start raining in a bit. Look at the things I do for you all. We rub it there. Look where it's been a bit shot damaged. I'll show you on the other side. As I say, this is the first time I've tried this method, so we're just winging it a bit. Pardon the pun. Take a bit of more feathers off from there. Can't feel anything with that on. I'm trying to go as fast as I can without disrespecting the bird. And believe me, I've been in trouble a few times for disrespecting birds before, but that's a completely different story. We're going to get the trusted fire thing out, flamethrower, just singe it off where we need to. This is a cleaner way of doing it. We're not having, ow! We're not doing, you know, getting all the guts out. This is a cleaner way. Take the feathers out. When you're plucking birds, always be careful around that sort of flank area, because that's where the skin's softest and it might tear. What, have you got that? Yeah. The cameraman's putting me off. Right. We're on fire with no fire extinguisher. Children, don't do this at home. Right, I'm all hot and flustered now. Right, okay. As I say, I've never done this method before, so I'm just going to try it. I think we'll take... Do you think we should take the wing off for this? I think it'd be a lot cleaner if we take the wing off in that way that I told you on the other one. Pull it back to the joint. We've got feathers everywhere. I don't know if I like this method. It's just something I picked up on YouTube, but we'll see. Give yourself a little bit of space. Cut down the breastbone. Now, there's not a lot of meat on these versus farm ducks, but we'll just make us way to the rib cage. And peel it all back with the underfillet attached. Almost push your knife like that. You're not cutting, you're just pushing it away. And this is the method that I've just been shown. With the leg attached still. Not cutting into any guts. Hear that? That's where you want to be. That sound, that's where you want to be. You want to be hearing that, so you're not cutting into meat. I've got the breast in my hand. Now, if I were just breasting these birds, I'd take that off there. But I'm going to try this new method. Pop the hip joint out, like so. Cut through that. Find where I am on the damn thing. Cut round the breast. That's the arm, so leave that on. Some feathers there, could have done a better job with that at the start, but it doesn't matter now. That's the underfillet. I think that's my new favourite way of breasting and getting the legs out of ducks. Again, we'll just nick the joint. That comes off from the joint. I think that is my new favourite way of breasting a duck. Welcome back, everybody. So once you've messed about with all that, getting feathers everywhere, you might have even decided to go to the shop, you might have even decided to go to the Box to Belly website when we're up and running, and we might have some ducks on there. When we're up and running, I'll let you know. Anyway, we've messed around with all that. We're going to do the cooking sketch now. Over to the ingredients, please, cameraman. So here we've got a duck breast. Now, you saw me have the leg on it when I was plucking it outside. I've cut the leg off. We'll do a different dish with the legs, maybe a Chinese dish or something like that at another point. But that's just the breast, and that's been dressed with the skin on. Over on this little combination of ingredients here, you've got a shallot there. Now that, you don't want an onion, you want a shallot because it's a little bit sweeter. You've got a big knob of butter. You've got a sprig of rosemary. You've got some chili flakes there. You can use chili powder, but I prefer chili flakes because they add to the aesthetic appeal. And I've got some orange zest there. Over here, I've got some cognac. You can use brandy. I've got cognac. I've got some freshly squeezed orange juice. Now, you don't want that shop-bought rubbish. You want freshly squeezed orange juice because you want that zestiness. You want that little bit of acidity as well. I've got red wine vinegar there. I've got some honey. Now, they say you should have local honey. I agree with them, but in the cupboard we had Manuka honey, so that's what we're using today. And then I've got some white caster sugar there. Over to the pan, please. One thing I forgot to mention is that you've got to score the skin and we've got to add salt and pepper onto it. Cut through about 80% of the fat and don't score the meat. Salt and pepper on both sides. So now, a little bit different this one, but with a cold pan, we're going to put the duck breast in, fat side down, already seasoned and fat side down. Now, you don't hear any sizzling noises, but what I'm doing by putting it in a cold pan is I'm letting the fat render. So if I put it into a hot pan, it'd create a seal around it, and then you'd be still chewing through that white and that chewy fat. This way, we're going to render it. Leave that for about 10 minutes or so. We'll come back when it's heated up. After 10 minutes, turn round and cook the rest of it in the pan. So once we've done that, we take it out. That should be fully cooked, slightly pink in the middle. And it's important that it rests. So that's why we cover it in foil. And it's perfectly timed because now we'll make the sauce. So with a hot pan still, and with the duck fat in there, I've not got a knife, but I'll use my fingers. We put some butter in. Don't let that burn. And the first ingredient are the shallots. And just let them absorb all the butter. This is an orange sauce, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned that. In with your brandy. We've got steam going everywhere. Let the alcohol burn off. When you can see the onions starting to take some colour on, that's when you add your honey. Red wine vinegar. As much as you feel. We don't measure anything here at Box to Belly. You've got to wing it, if you'll pardon the pun. Another one. And just you can smell the vinegar. Just let that burn off. I forgot to add the sugar. You add the sugar before the red wine vinegar if you want. I'll add it after, as much as you think. In with your rosemary, so that takes on the flavour. Once that starts thickening and the vinegar starts burning off, in go your orange peel and your orange juice. Remember, freshly squeezed. And now a few chili flakes. Spice up your life. Let that come to the boil and then take it down just a bit lower and let it reduce, let it simmer. Don't let it reduce too much because you've got the sugar in there, and if you let it reduce too much, it'll go like a sticky candy, and we don't want that. In here, please, cameraman. And as that bubbles away, we'll just add the butter just to thicken the sauce. And before it goes like a sticky candy sort of texture, just try some. That's lovely. Doesn't need any more sugar. Remove the rosemary. And that is my take on duck à l'orange. There's many different ways you can do this sauce. This is one I use. Cooked just how I like it. Thank you, everybody. Where's my glass? Cheers, everybody.